Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video we're going to be doing our polls for the Titan event to get the last of the Lunar points. Man, there was a ton of Lunar points associated with the champion chase. 300 this time around. I mean, you know, they set a precedent last time. They made 250 and then they made 300. So this time it's going to be 300. But first, I'm going to be pulling on my clanmate's Goob's account, and then I'll be pulling on both my accounts as well. So for Goob, it is also 2x double chance sacred event. So right now he's got 15, so he wants me to pull all 15 of them. Currently boosted to 12%, so best of luck to you, Goobs. Don't know what his mercy is or anything like that, so we'll just have to hope for RNG gods and see what happens here. So let's get started with Goobs. Best of luck, man. We got 15 to go for him. Let's see if we can get him something nice. Some shiny gold for Mr. Goobies. Alright, Vildrax to start. He's one of the first Hex champions. Never really lived up to anything. Chani, not sure what she does, but I don't think she's super strong. Attacks all enemies, increase accuracy, increase attack, but only on this champion, so that's not as good as someone that does a team buff for those two buffs. 3 epics to go. 7 Watcher, Chromac. I think he's a healer, right? Increase accuracy, increase crit on one on himself only. Yeah. These singular ones, singular buffs need to be on a really big game-changing champion. Otherwise, the team buffs are the best. Jawreg carried me for early game clan boss. Big time with his ally protection, increased defense. 4-turn cooldown, so tunes are a little bit harder to come by. A1 attack down, very important, and then he has a sustain passive, which is really nice. Great champion overall, good base stats too. And here's our first legendary, and it's gonna be Suzerain. So, you know, Suzerain actually has some extra value for Hydra. He's really good in faction wars. Put him in a stun set. He has an A1 that attacks everybody. But against Hydra, he has this, you know, obviously A1, but 50% chance to place a big decreased speed is very strong. Decreased speed is very strong and important for Hydra. He also has an AoE weaken and a chance to place AoE decreased defense. Problem is it's not 100% chance to place the decreased defense, so not very legend-esque of him, but it is what it is. And then his A3 attacks all enemies, places heal reduction, and then he has this kind of arena focused ascendant skill for it, ascendant portion for it. It's kind of interesting because heal reduction is actually obviously very good now against Amius, so maybe Suzerain will help him out there. Anyways, not a bad legendary. Definitely found some value later on in the game. In the beginning of the game he was kind of bad, but lately he's been getting a little bit more love. Tyrell here, Mr. Tyrell carried me big time on my account, maybe the first 6 months actually. Since then, of course, 4-turn cooldown on his AoE decreased defense, not going to cut it anymore. Basilisk, actually decent AoE A1. You can put him in a stun set, he can do some work for you. Not for Goobs though. Goobs' account is pretty well developed. Not going to help him out here. Visionary, I'm not too familiar with Visionary. Decrease for crit rate, crit damage on all enemies. Pretty weak overall, especially for PvE and PvP. She's going to be pretty useless. Here comes another legendary. Helior steps out. 2 legendaries in 9 so far. Pretty good rates. Helior, I thought, you know, he never really became the champion that I thought he would be. I thought he would be a little bit better. He has this passive whenever allies 2 more debuffs is attacked. This champion absorbs, so he soaks up the damage, and then he can convert his resistance into extra accuracy. You know, but overall his kit's not super great. He has a damage based shield. Yeah, just so support here. Moving on, maybe those are faction guardians for Goobs. We got 5 more sacreds for Goobs. Best of luck. 12% chance to pull a legendary. Let's see if we can get him one more before the night is over. Lady Annabelle can solo Bommo by herself. Very strong champion. Very good champion. Come on, let's get one more gold for Mr. Goobs here. Grimskin. Let's go. Nope, not yet. One of the few revivers for this faction, Dirta Hungerer. Obviously, if you have a Duchess, Durda Hunger is not going to be any good, but if you don't, then Durda Hunger is going to be really good in Faction Wars. Come on, one shard to go. Neldor. Neldor is one of the better champions for Fire Knight Hard, so places the triple hit with freeze, and then he has decreased attack, and then he has decreased speed. So very solid champion for hard Fire Knight. Last Sacred Shard for you. Best of luck, Goobs. Nope, no more. So we got fake Dracomorph, and then we got 2 legendaries for Goobs out of 15 shards. Hopefully those champions hit his faction guardians. I don't think they're going to be super useful for him, but 2 and 15 is still pretty decent even for a 2x. So anyways, we're going to be back on our main accounts. Thank you so much, Goose, for letting me pull on your account. All right, so we're back on my second account here. You know, this event is actually really taxing for me. 4,200 points for a champion chase. I do have 20 sacreds that I can pull. However, sacreds are not worth that much for champion chase, so I want to avoid pulling sacred shards if I can. I do have a lot of fragments that I can pull, so I'm thinking to pull fragments to make up for some of those points. 4,200 is pretty heavy. I just fused 1 broad maul, but I still need at least 7 gold to make it. So I think I'm going to try to pull a couple sacreds, but I'm not going to go too crazy on the sacreds here. I think maybe up to 5. I'll pull until I get a legendary, I think. Maximum 5, I think. Right now we're at 11 since our last legendary, so you know we might get one into Mercy, but let's see what happens here. Best of luck to me. 12% chance per shard. And Chani again. We're going to pull, I think, up to 5. That'll leave us with 15. Plenty for a fusion. And probably pretty close to any kind of like Hero's Path or anything like that that we need to commit Sacred Shards with. 3 in. So each one of these shards will be additional percentage chance to pull. This is our 4th shard. Nope. So we're going to pull 1 more. Down to 15. And then the rest, I think we're going to make up with legendaries. Legendary fragment pulls. I don't even know what this guy does. Revives. Attack all. Increased duration. You know what? I'm going to pull 1 more for the video. Let's go. 1 more for the video. 1,500. Alright. 1,500 points. So I'll make up the rest with champion fragment pulls. It is what it is. We didn't get lucky or anything like that. We're pretty deep into the sacred. I guess we're into Mercy now. Not deep, but we're into Mercy now. So I'll pull some of the legendaries. Like I'll pull Islin. I'll pull Buenadin. I'll pull Zenigir. I'll pull. So just to have some extra champions so I can build on this account and play around with. But yeah, we'll be back on our main account and we'll do some pulls there as well. Alright guys, so back on my main account here. This account's a little bit less forgiving because I actually have less legendaries to pull, so that means I need to get more points from my sacred shards. This account I'm sitting on 18, so ideally I don't want to spend them all, especially with the fusion coming up. But I do need approximately 2,000 points from my sacred shards, so that's an 8, up to 8 maximum. I only have 3 of these to pull, and then I just pulled a broad maul, and I'll make it up with mystery shards if I need to. But I need about 2,000 points with these, so let's see what we can get. In terms of overall mercy, not too favorable. Looks like we are pretty fresh. We're at 4 shards since our last legendary, so pretty fresh. Let's see what we can get. I mean, 12% odds. Let's go. All right, Mr. Annex. Mostly epics are not very important for me at all, so just looking for gold here. Ice Crusher. The Black Bear is the better one, if you guys are wondering. For Faction Wars especially, right? Which, no thanks. That's 3rd one. This is the 4th one. Need about 2,000 points. Might be able to get away with maybe like 1,750 if I pull more mysteries. My 5th one. Still no Lego. I mean, double chance. 6th one. Frostbringer, pretty good for Amius this rotation. She has the A1 heal reduction, which is what you need against him. So, all right, 7th one. Let's come on. All right. All right. Let's pull one more. Let's call it a day at 8. 8 gives us 2,000 points. No legendary after 8 feels so bad. Feels so bad. 8. That means we gotta pull all 3 and mystery shards to boot. Ah, man. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for the day then. All right, guys. Not a super successful pull session. No legendaries on both my accounts. We got lucky for Goobs, but nothing for me. It leaves me with 10 sacreds on this account. It's enough to do any fusion. I'm pretty sure I need to pull 3 legendaries on this account and then finish it off with mystery shards. So unfortunately I can't skip any more points because I did skip the second half of the summon rush in the earlier part of this event, so can't really do anything about that. The training event should be no issues for me to complete, but yeah, pretty taxed in terms of overall resources. But we got a pretty good fusion coming up in the next week, so we definitely want to be as prepared as we can to try to tackle that. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys pulled for 2x. Hopefully you guys got more lucky than I did. And yeah, we'll see each other in the next video. Have a good start to the week, or a good end to your weekend. Take it easy.